you guys for sticking around. Questions for our student athletes? We'll start with Justin.
Chase, nice to meet you. Welcome to Tucson. So can you tell us about the process from when you were signed to West Virginia and how you came to Arizona, and how do you like it so far here?
Yeah, I mean, so far loving it. It's a beautiful place to be. I was originally signed with West Virginia coming out of Pro Kick Australia. Some things went sideways with them, so Johnny from Pro Kick sorted me out. Got in contact with Coach Nava, and one thing led to another. Had a conversation with Coach Nava, and was lucky enough and fortunate enough to come here.
How did you get introduced to the sport of football?
Well, I grew up playing AFL back in Australia, which is our main sport in Australia, and it's literally just kicking a ball. That's all it is. So, grew up playing that since I was a little boy, and one thing led to another. Ended up joining Pro Kick Australia, and I was there for about 11 months, training under Nathan Chapman, and punted well for a fair bit, and then got some film and ended up talking to some coaches, and one thing led to another, and I'm here.
For Michael, how would you assess your season last year as kicker?
Last year? It was up and downs. I mean, didn't make a lot, didn't miss a lot, just ups and downs, just learning from the downs and learning from the ups, so, yeah.
So after that season, do you go back and do you watch all the kicks? Do you think about it a lot, or are you kind of like, I need to move forward? How do you kind of...
For a little bit I thought about it, but, accepted it for just the past, looking forward for a future now, so just leave it in the past.
One and Jason.
Coach Brandon never lost confidence in you, even through the struggles last season. How does that feel when you're going through the season of ups and downs, and your coach just never wavers?
It's a great feeling, bro. Yeah, great feeling, having a coach that's always there for you and just never lose doubt in you and always has faith in you. It's a big thing. Big thing. I love it.
Jason.
For Michael, do you have goals in the offseason in terms of expanding range or how does it accuracy, things like that? Like how do you approach the offseason or camp in general?
So except what happened last season and just looking forward to like what I got to do and kind of like, I wouldn't say start from ground zero, but just kind of reassess my whole process and just work from the ground up from there.
Justin.
Chase, can you tell us about your dad and his upbringing playing Australian rules football?
Yeah, my old man was what you'd call a freak athlete when he was younger. He was very good from a young age playing football. He got drafted to Collingwood, didn't play any games, and then went to Melbourne Demons. Again, didn't play any games because he had my older brother Levi. Unfortunately, he didn't get a crack in the AFL. He was in the team, but he came back to Perth and won 3 premierships for our Waffle side in East Perth, which was pretty high achievement for Australian standards.
The 11 months that you were with Pro Kick Australia, what were some of the things that you learned, and what was that process like for you being a part of it?
It's a lot easier said than done, definitely. I thought I'd go in there, be a piece of cake, but you learn pretty quick that it's a completely different sport, it's a completely different lifestyle, and the way you kick it, everything about it, it's just, it is kicking at the end of the day, but there's a lot of technical aspects to it, so trying to learn the technique, the steps, the mold of the ball, all of that sort of thing, especially the hang time and distance, it's a big thing. And there was habits that I had to break from being an AFL player that I had to break away from, but in the end got away from it and started punting pretty well towards the end.
What were the habits?
Well, in football we bring the ball down to our foot, which is something you shouldn't really do. When it comes to punting, you should just keep it out there and let the ball do its thing. But that was probably the biggest sort of thing I had to break the mold for, was just leave it out there, let the ball come to the foot, don't bring it down, because it can definitely ruin a lot of things.
Michael.
One question for each. For Michael, when the guys crowd around you during practice, or yelling at you, all that stuff, what does that do for you?
No, I just kind of block it off. Treat it as each kick is the same. So just seeing the guys around me, it's cool, but like I kind of just don't notice it. So it's just one kick at a time, same kick.
And for Chase, did you ever do anything close to holding?
No, not until I got to pro kick. That was definitely one of the biggest things as well that I had to learn was the holding side of things. And again, a lot easier said than done. But just, yeah, got to get the reps in. Once you get the reps in, you get the confidence and then it starts flowing from there.
Have you learned like the value or just how important that operation is for a successful?
Yeah, absolutely. That can win a game. You know, and everything from the snap to the hold to the kick, everything's got to be precise. Everything's got to be perfect. And Mike does a great job sometimes when it isn't perfect, and he definitely makes up for it. But no, it's definitely something I had to learn and adjust to. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Juan and then Justin to finish it. Juan, Justin, and Michael to finish us out.
For Chase, two things that are said almost every day on Red Line and Bear Down Brotherhood. Have you felt ingrained into those things?
Yeah, definitely. Just even seeing how some of the boys go about their day, how their work ethic, recovery, everything, just it's on and off the field is what I've realised. And it's also a brotherhood. It's a really good culture here. The boys get around everyone. When someone's down, someone will pick you up. So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm getting used to and adjusting with, and I'm loving it so far. So yeah, it's good.
Justin and Michael.
Chase, have you introduced Australian culture to any of the guys on the team? And is there one thing about Australia that you really miss?
Yeah, honestly, the Tim Tams. Tim Tams is definitely the biggest thing that I miss from Australia so far. It's an absolute delicacy in Australia. It's a little biscuit, a little chocolate biscuit, best thing ever. But I'm currently organising a little day, get a little stand out and get all the Australian food there so everyone can try it and see what they like and don't like. So yeah.
And then Mike, last year, I think like the last week and a half, you guys didn't have a long snapper for spring ball.
Yeah.
How important is it to have all the pieces of the operation here in the spring and the months leading up to the season?
I think it's very important, just getting the reps and team like bond, operation, chemistry is a really big thing. So I think like now that we have it, it's been going well.
Finish up with Michael.
Last question is for you, Michael. Your position, place kicker, it's kind of easy to assess whether you're doing a good job. Like unlike a lot of other positions in football where you got to watch the film and see what happened, make or miss, right? There it's also easy to criticize if you don't make it. There's a lot of criticism when you don't make a field goal on social media, etc. How do you process and handle all of that?
Yeah, it is a make or miss business, but just try to treat every kick as the same. Don't make it more than what it is. Just treat it as the same. As a PAT, as a field goal, it's a straight line. That's how I try to keep it now.
Great. Thank you guys.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, guys.